latest Zenless Zone Zero character, Alice, came out, I think like a week ago from when I'm recording this audio, and I pulled for her, but I planned on doing some pulls and then farming up a bit so that she's ready to go, and then doing one big video featuring Alice. So we're gonna start off by watching the polls together, and a benefit of having some pre-recorded footage for this is that I get to crack out the brush for some brushing sounds, which I don't often do. So I saved up a couple of pulls for her. 103 pulls ready to go, and we're gonna check the pull history just to see where we stand. We're actually 3 in from when I got user, so we're at 3 with no guarantee. But before user, I got Miyabi 17 before, and Caesar I think about 45 before that. So I've been pretty lucky with my Zenless Zone Zero pulls recently. I'm just checking what the biddy was before Caesar, and it was Yishuan, I think about average at like 70 something. So we've won a load of 50-50s, no guarantee today, but we're gonna get going with, this will be 13 on the biddy counter. And although I'm very happy that we got Soldier 11, a 5-star character, within 13 polls, it is a little bit disheartening that we lost this 50-50. Although Soldier 11 is actually one of the only standard 5-star S-rank characters that I didn't have. So I'm at least glad that we got that out of the way early. And here we go with, this will be I think 15 with 3 Zokakus. Here we go with 25. 2 sets this time. I have both Seth and Zokaku. 35 AM. I have both of them at max Mindscapes, I think, so they're gonna convert to full pulls. 45 here. And I'm skipping to the results because I'm not sure if there's anything to look out for. 55 here. The pull animation is a little bit long, and I'm not sure if there's anything to look out for. 65. We're getting pretty close to the biddy here. This is gonna be 75 up next, which is I think about average. So we'll drop it in. Oh, actually we're doing single pulls. So that was 66. This is 67. 68. I think I'm doing this because I really want Alice's W engine as well. 69. So I'm trying to save as many pulls as possible by doing single ones here. This is 70. 71. of those games where the chance starts going up. 73, 73, 73 up next. We're getting close to the pity. 74 here. And next up will be 75. So we could have done a 10 pull. But on the 75th pull we did manage to get Alice. Which I'm glad about. We got very, very lucky with that first 5-star. Balanced out slightly with the lost 50-50. And then we got Alice about average. So I'm glad to have her. And we have some pulls left over for her signature W engine. And we're going to drop those as well. 35 there, ready to go. We are 2 into the current pity. And I'm just reading up what it does. Although it's pretty much guaranteed to be very, very good on Alice. It boosts her anomaly mastery and physical damage, which is perfect, of course. So yeah, I will check the pull history just to see where we stand. We're 2 in since getting Caesar's W engine, although there's a handy counter at the bottom right in Zenless Zone Zero. So this will be 12. 4 A ranks is very good to see, but unfortunately no S rank. This is 22. Incredible. Another 4 A ranks. Still pretty lucky, but no S rank. 32. And we're down to single pulls now. Just 5 more. Oh, 8 more. We managed to scrounge a couple. Slight spoiler alert. We don't manage to get the signature W engine as part of this. As part of these pulls, but in a second we're gonna jump to the current Kinpop. And I'm gonna be reading through Alice's skills and doing the weekly Hollow Zero to try her out. So, by that point, I do have her W engine. Hopefully the time jumping isn't too confusing, but once we've finished up with these pulls, we will be coming back to the present time. So unfortunately, no W engine here, but it didn't take too long to pick it up. Okay. It has been a little while since my Alice pulls. I have been leveling her up, which is taking a while and still not done. I'm kind of out of the energy charge items, the ones that you can use to give you like 60 more energy to use to farm for skill materials and level up stuff. I'm kind of out of those, so I log on every day, use up all my energy, drink my free coffee, and then that's it, I'm out. So it's taking a while, but I have been really enjoying using her, and I think she's really strong. So we are here at the Scott outpost because I thought it could be fun to do the weekly Hollow universe for Honkai. So it's not a great judge of how good a character is or how well they're built, because you get some pretty busted upgrades that make it pretty easy. But I still think it will be fun, and we can get a bit of an idea of how she plays. Before we jump into that though, why don't we read through her skills? Of course I have been using her for a while, so I kind of understand how she works. But I still think it's nice to read through the skills of new characters. So, here she is. She's only level 54. I'm still working on getting her up to 60. And since the initial pulls that you will have just seen, I did also manage to get her signature signature W engine. Not like her, and that's Honkai. So I'm happy about that. It's really, really, really good on her. Of course, it's her signature. Here it is. It gives attack percentage as the extra stat, but it also says the equipper's anomaly mastery increases by 60, which is huge, when inflicting assault, which is what Alice does. The equipper's physical damage increases by 20% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 2 times. Repeated triggers reset the duration. When the equipper enters combat, immediately gain 2 stacks. So, it's a really good W engine. It also isn't max level, which is 60. But again, I kind of got her to a point where she worked really well for the endgame modes, and then tried to get some of my other teams up and running too. So I've been sharing my efforts around. Anyway, we'll take a look at the builds and stuff that I'll be using for today in a second. First, let's read through her skills and stuff. So here she is. This is Alice Thymefield. She is part of the newest faction, Spook Shack. Currently, only Yuzuha is also part of the Spook Shack. But I'm looking forward to getting some extra members of that. She is a physical anomaly character, which means that she focuses on building up like status effects over time, and then when they hit the full bar, when you build them up completely, they pop to do a load of damage. We'll see how that works when we play around with her, because she is an anomaly character who focuses on building up these anomaly statuses. She isn't so bothered about crit rate and crit damage, and is more interested in anomaly mastery and anomaly proficiency, which again help her build up the physical anomaly status, which triggers an assault status effect when it builds up completely. So those are the kind of general bits of information about her. Let's take a look at her skills. This is where we are with them at the moment. I still need 2 more core skill enhancements, and the kind of basic skill stuff here needs some work as well. So I will still be working on that for the time being. And while I am doing a lot of reading, which doesn't require me to have my hands on the mouse and keyboard, I have cracked out the brush, so I can do a bit more brushing for you today. So we'll start with a core passive, which is called Twin Rainbows of the Sword Art, and it says, after any squad member inflicts a physical anomaly on an enemy, Alice deals additional damage each 0.95 seconds of its active duration, equal to 2.5% of the original physical anomaly damage. If disorder is triggered while the enemy is suffering a physical anomaly, for every 1 second of remaining physical anomaly duration, the disorder damage multiplier increases by 18%, up to a max of 180%. And disorder is when you trigger a different kind of anomaly while having the physical anomaly on them. Okay. When Alice's attacks hit an enemy, she builds up blade etiquette. When she triggers an assault through anomaly build-up, she gains 10 blade etiquette. Blade etiquette has a maximum of 300, with each 100 being 1 bar. When the finishing move of a 3-stage charged basic attack, Starshine Waltz, lands, it triggers a special assault effect, Polarized Assault, dealing 100% of the original assault damage, ignoring anomaly build-up progress. This can be combined with any attribute anomaly, including physical anomaly, to trigger disorder. When Alice triggers assault on an enemy, her physical anomaly build-up rate increases by 20.8% for 30 seconds. And this green number will increase up to 25% when I level up all of the core skill enhancements. So that's her core passive. Which essentially just helps her build up physical anomaly and deal loads of damage while doing it. Which is cool. We have the additional ability though, which depends on your team composition. This one's called Mystery Hunt. And it says, when another character in your squad is an anomaly or support character, when any squad member triggers disorder, Alice gains 30 blade etiquette. If Alice's anomaly mastery exceeds 140, each additional point grants her 1.6 anomaly proficiency. Upon entering the battlefield, Alice gains 300 blade etiquette. This effect can trigger once every 180 seconds in Investigation Zone mode. That's just like, it's almost like a kind of free roam mode, where your agents don't have like set instances that they enter and leave. So that just limits how much you can get out of this in the kind of free roam mode. But yeah, that is a core skill, and these buttons here level up the core skill and give her some anomaly mastery and base attack while you level them up. Let's take a look at her basic attack now. So, the basic attack is called Celestial Overture. Perform up to 5 slashes forward, dealing physical damage. When Alice triggers assault through attribute anomaly build-up, the 5th hit of her next basic attack is enhanced. We also have a version of the basic attack called Starshine Waltz. When Alice's blade etiquette reaches 1 bar, hold the attack button, left click in my case, to activate. Hold to charge, expending up to 3 bars of blade etiquette. Release the attack button, or when blade etiquette is below 1 bar. Alice performs a series of slashes in an area centered on the target enemy, with the number of hits determined by charge level, dealing massive physical damage. When the finishing move of a 3-stage charged basic attack, Starshine Waltz, hits, it triggers a special assault effect, Polarized Assault. This deals damage equal to 100% of the original assault, ignoring anomaly buildup, and can interact with other attribute anomalies, including physical. To trigger disorder, blade etiquette does not accumulate when hitting an enemy. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. So, this Starshine Waltz is the core of her kit. The rest of her kit involves her basically building up the blade etiquette resource, and when you're at 3 bars, you hold the left mouse button and hit the enemy with a huge Starshine Waltz that does tons of damage. She is kind of like a physical version of Miyabi, and I like their playstyles. Let's take a look at the dodge, which I only have at level 1. It's not hugely important, but the dodge is called Jumpy Bunny. Jumpy Bunny. Press the dodge button to activate a quick dash dodge. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. Pretty standard. We also have the dash attack. Blade Dancer's Gale. Press attack during a dodge to activate. Slashes enemies in front, dealing physical damage. And we have a dodge counter. Press attack during a perfect dodge to activate. Slash and kick enemies in front. I don't know if I said its name. Ceremony of Swordlight. I don't think I did. Slash and kick enemies in front, dealing physical damage. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. So, some pretty standard dodge mechanics there. We also have the quick assist. This is when you're on a different character and you see one of the yellow circles pop up and you press space. In my case, in my case because I'm on the PC. And then, depending on the team order, you might swap into Alice, and this is what she'll do. So we have the quick assist intertwined stab. When the active character is launched, press the quick assist button to activate. Slash and kick enemies in front, dealing physical damage. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. We have the defensive assist, parry guard. When the on-field character is about to be attacked, press the quick assist button to activate. Parries the enemy's attack, dealing massive daze. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. And then we have the assist follow-up, cross riposte. Press the attack button after a defensive assist to activate. Charge forward and slash enemies in front, dealing physical damage. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. So again, pretty standard. We have next up Alice's special attack. Kind of like a skill. We have the standard version called Special Attack Piercing Dawn. Press the special attack button to activate. Hurl the blade to strike and pass through enemies ahead, dealing physical damage. Upon activating this skill, a perfect dodge can be triggered. After triggering a perfect dodge, press the attack button to follow up with the 5th hit of a basic attack. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. We have the EX special attack, Aurora Thrust, Northern Cross. With enough energy, drag the joystick forward. I'm on the computer, so that is about pressing the keyboard keys, the movement ones, WASD, and press the special attack button to activate. A thrust attack that goes through enemies ahead, dealing massive physical damage. Activating this skill can trigger perfect dodge and restores 10 blade etiquette. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. And then finally we have the X special attack, Aurora Thrust, Southern Cross. With enough energy and without moving the joystick or when dragging it backwards, press the special attack button to activate. Back away with a slash, then thrust forward, dealing massive physical damage. Activating the skill can trigger perfect dodge and restores 10 blade etiquette. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. And finally we have the kind of ultimate, the burst skill here. It also comes attached to the chain attack, which is the attack that you can do when you fill up an enemy's daze bar and they get stunned. And the thing pops up, the prompt pops up where you can pick characters in your team to swap to and do a special attack. That's the chain attack. For Alice it's called Starfall Intermission. When a chain attack is triggered, select the character to activate. Unleashes powerful consecutive slashes at enemies ahead, dealing massive physical damage. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. We have the ultimate then. Starfall Finale. Move that out of the way. When the decibel rating is at maximum, basically the ultimate energy. Press the ultimate button to activate. Unleashes powerful slashes at enemies in a large area ahead, massive physical damage. Activating this skill restores 200 blade etiquette. That's 2 out of 3 bars. Blade etiquette does not accumulate when hitting an enemy, and character is invulnerable while using this skill. So, let me put the brush down. Those are all of her skills, and yeah, I like how she plays. In theory, it's pretty simple. You just do a load of basic attacks and skills and things to build up your blade etiquette. And when you're at 3 bars, you hold the button to do a big Starshine Waltz attack. Pretty fun. Let's take a quick look at her equipment then that I have. We've already taken a look at her W engine, the practiced perfection. And otherwise, I actually just kind of took off the gear that I had on Jane Doe, and put it on Alice. So I think they could be a bit better, but they do the job at the moment. I have 2 of the Freedom Blues W drives. The 2-piece set gives you 30 anomaly proficiency, which is perfect. And all of these pieces focus on getting some anomaly proficiency and also attack percentage as well. So we have 2 rolls there, a roll there, and anomaly proficiency. 2 rolls on one of my fanged metal pieces. We have the 4-piece fanged metal set, which gives physical damage as the 2-piece. And as the 4-piece, it says whenever a squad member inflicts assault on an enemy, the equipper deals 35% additional damage to the target for 12 seconds. The 4th drive has anomaly proficiency as the main stat. The 5th drive has attack percentage as the main stat. And the 6th drive has anomaly mastery as the main stat. So overall, and with Alice not fully leveled up or skilled up, we have 3028 attack, 169 anomaly mastery, and 330 anomaly proficiency, which is pretty good, I think. And in case it matters at all, which it does a little bit, we have 17% crit rate and 102.8% crit damage. But again, as an anomaly character that focuses on building up the status, the crit stats don't matter as much. So yeah, there we have Alice Thymefield. We can take a quick look at her Mindscapes. Although I'm not going for any of these ones. The first one is called Palmful of Cilantro, which we actually call coriander in England, and I think other places in Europe. But it says when Alice triggers a polarized assault, she gains 25 blade etiquette. When she triggers assault against an enemy, the target's defense is reduced by 20% for 30 seconds. A sprig of coriander, there you go, sways like a newborn green star. So fragile her fingertips felt they might pass through it. She slowly opened her trembling hands and held that flicker of feeling in her palms. Her heart beat like a spring bud breaking the earth at dawn just after the rain. That's nice. The second one is called Sage at the Sword's Tip. When Ultimate Starfall Finale's finishing move hits an enemy, it triggers Polarized Assault. All squad members' assault damage increases by 15%. Disorder damage against enemies suffering from physical anomaly increases by 15%. Upon entering the battlefield, Alice immediately gains 1000 once per 180 seconds in investigation zone mode. That one's pretty busted. I'm sure if you were putting in a couple more pulls, getting the M2 would be great for her. The silver blade dips low, kissing the frost-lined sage leaf. This pre-battle salute is the girl's quiet show of composure. Fear and helplessness lie frozen in the faded dreams of yesterday. Her sword stirs, ready to trace the outline of the stars. Dawn is near and the flower bud waits to bloom. The third one is called Symmetrism. Symmetrism. This one just increases the basic attack, dodge, assist, special attack, and chain attack level by 2. She couldn't resist perfect symmetry. In symmetry there was order, balance, and meaning. Without it, her bunny ears and tail would dull and droop, as if something lovely were about to vanish from her world. So, that's why you had to bring up my mismatched socks and try to take off my leg band. I just can't stand your asymmetry. Just for a second, I swear. Just 1 second. Is that Yuzuha speaking there? We can check it out quickly, actually. I've got Yuzuha. Leg band and mismatched socks. I think it might be. We don't get a great view, but it looks to be Yuzuha mention. Very nice. The fourth Mindscape is called Rosemary on Her Lips. Alice ignores 10% of the target's physical res. Enhanced basic attack Celestial Overture accumulates 25% more. Physical anomaly build-up. The scent of rosemary lingered between her lips, a vow searing and resolute, carried on every breath of frost. Even as the air in her lungs turned cold and heavy, the girl would never forget the spell called love. In the name of the Thymefields, I will never betray it. The fifth one is Passion for the Supernatural. This one increases the basic attack, dodge, assist, special attack, and chain attack by 2. She couldn't resist scary paranormal things. Within the paranormal hid the unknown and the dangerous. When she felt it, her bunny ears and tail would bristle in fright, only to become irresistibly smooth once she calmed down. So, that's why you always tag along on my ghost hunting trips, even though you're scared out of your mind. I just wanted to see what would happen, but it's so scary I totally regret it. Just this once. I swear I'm not coming next time. Spoiler alert. She did go back. And finally we have a Heart of Time. When Alice uses a third stage charged basic attack, Starshine Waltz or Ultimate Starfall Finale, she enters the victory state for 30 seconds. During this time, whenever any squad member lands a hit on the target, Alice will follow up with an extra attack against the target, dealing physical damage equal to 3,300% of her anomaly proficiency. This effect can trigger once every 1 second and is guaranteed to crit. This effect can trigger up to 6 times. Gaining the victory state again refreshes the available trigger count. Oh, that one looks very, very good, of course. It's the 6th one. You need 7 copies of Alice to get that. The time-centered manner. The night spent watching the stars. The moment she came to understand what courage truly meant, a fragrant wind swept the clouds away and sunlight outshone the crystal chandelier. The girl gave a gentle bow to the days gone by. Then, slowly, she vanished into the field of time. Very nice. Very nice. I would have kept the brush out if I preempted how much I'd be speaking there, though. So yeah, there we have Alice Thymefield. will jump into the weekly Hollow Zero just to play around with her a bit, and I need to do the Hollow Zero anyway for the tapes, so we'll be doing that. I am going to be running her with Yuzuha, who works perfectly with her. She's a physical support who specializes in supporting anomaly agents, and she is level 60, and she's pretty well leveled up. I still need one more on her core skill, but otherwise her basic attack is fully leveled up, and that's a really good one. The way that Yuzuha works is that we will have her on the field before Alice, and we'll use like a special attack with her, which will let us switch to Alice. When you hit an enemy with Yuzuha's special attack, it applies the sweet scare state, which does some extra bits of damage when a teammate attacks people with the sweet scare state. And Yuzuha also gives a buff to everyone's attack. Tanuki Wish increases everyone's attack based on Yuzuha's attack. So that's why we want as much attack on Yuzuha as possible. We have 3,000, which I think hits the cap. So yeah, we'll be using Yuzuha to jump into the field before Alice, apply some debuffs, apply a buff, and then get swinging. I have her on a Kaboom the Cannon W engine. It is fully starred up. It's a 4-star one, so not too difficult to do. It says when any friendly unit in the squad attacks and hits an enemy, all friendly units' attack increases by 4% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. It also gives Yuzuha a good amount of energy regen. And then in terms of W drives, we have a 2-piece Hormone Punk, which gives us some attack, and a 4-piece Astral Voice. A 4-piece Astral Voice, which usually gives a really good supportive buff that says whenever any squad member enters the field using a quick assist, all squad members gain 1 stack of Astral, up to a maximum of 3 stacks, and lasting 15 seconds. Down here, each stack of Astral increases the damage dealt by the character entering the field using a quick assist by 8%. However, it does say passive effects of the same name do not stack, and I'm planning on using Astra Yao as well, who also has an Astral Voice set on, so it's actually a bit wasted. I think we'll have to swap one of their sets out if I wanted to get serious. But for all these pieces, we're focusing on anomaly, proficiency, and enough attack to reach the cap. So we have an attack percentage main stat on the 4th piece. We have an attack percentage main stat on the 5th piece, and an anomaly mastery percentage main stat on the 6th piece. So that's pretty good. And then we also have Astra Yao, who needs some work actually. She's not quite at the cap for her attack. I think it's 3,000. And she could do with more leveling up on her skills and things. But yeah, as we can see, she also has a 4-piece Astral Voice set, not as leveled up, with the main stat that we're looking for. Like the 1 stat is attack. On Astra Yao, so once we hit the cap or near enough, it felt a little bit pointless to do some more. It helps of course, but I just wanted to hit the cap or get as close to it as I could easily, and then focus on leveling up some other people. I also have her on the Bashful Demon 5-star, it's a 4-star W engine, but with 5 ranks in it, which increases ice damage by 24%, which doesn't do anything for us. But when launching an EX special attack, all squad members' attack increases by 3.2% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 4 times, which works really well with the way that Astra Yao does her thing. Basically, we'll have her first in our team, so she's on the battlefield first, and then we will pop her special skill, which puts her into this idyllic cadenza state, where she will buff everyone else and just sit there in the background and just be generally helpful without us needing to do much. So she's very, very good. But yeah, having read through all of those, we can jump into the Hollow Zero. Although, just to check before we go into there, I have used Alice in the current Deadly Assault, and she did really well actually. I don't think she was as leveled up as she is now, but I used her on the Miasmic Fiend Unfathomable boss, and we hit the 25,000. Well, the limit is 20,000 for 3 stars, and we hit 25,000, which is really good. So yeah, I think she is very fun to play, and she seems to be doing a lot of damage. Of course, this boss is weak to physical, so it is geared towards her at the moment. We'll see how well she does in some upcoming Deadly Assaults. I did also get a pretty good score in the 3rd boss, the Marionette, with a Von Lycan, Hugo, and Lighter build team. We got 23,000 there, and please don't look at the middle one. I've been struggling with this middle one. I ran out of well-built characters and supports, so I've been trying my best to get Miyabi in a team. But I've been doing some leveling, and 9,800 is the maximum I could get. I'll keep trying until this Deadly Assault runs out, but I don't have much hope. We'll see how that goes though. I've been building up, I've been making sure that Lucy and I like using Pulchra as well. I've been building them up and making sure they're good to go, so still a little ways to go on that. And I'll try the Deadly Assault out again once they're built a bit better. Anyway, let's jump into the Hollow Zero here. Into this one. Thankfully, Alice and Yuzuha are task force up agents. I don't have Yanagi, so I won't be using her, but that is okay. We're just gonna jump into the basic version without picking any ether activity that makes it more difficult. And these are these are buffs that we can pick. Honestly, I don't pay too much attention to these ones. Why don't we why don't we buy this one, Entrepreneur's Strategy, which buffs how shops work. That's cool. And we will grab our Alice team here. I also have the Miss Esme Bangbu, who gets a buff, gets an extra ability when we have 2 Spook Shack characters. She heals and gives us energy, so I like how that works for us. Let's jump in. I spent a bit longer than I was planning on rambling about Alice and skills and stuff. So we might need to try and get through this relatively quickly, but hopefully it's still nice and relaxing. So before we jump into any combat, we do get to pick up a couple of buffs and stuff. Ophelia lands a hit on an enemy with the 5th hit for basic attack. X special attack, chain attack, or ultimate, she accumulates marks. When attacking an enemy with full marks, all marks are consumed to trigger a polarized assault. Sounds pretty good. So we'll grab that. We'll also talk to Ray over here, who gives us like a kind of general buff for the whole team. I quite like this one because it doesn't need us to do anything differently than just playing. It gives us a Bang Boo assist. Plug Boo accumulates energy over time. With enough energy, press the assist button to summon Plug Boo, who will discharge electricity to deal electric damage over time and immediately trigger the dexterity state, which buffs our attack, which is just nice. We don't really have to do much different, so I'll pick that one up. And finally we can talk to this elusive researcher, who will offer us a bonus if we can satisfy a condition. So this one is passing through 8 areas and consuming at least 500 gear coins. I think that works pretty well with the buff we picked before we jumped in, which makes the shops a bit stronger. This is like a target dummy, which we will let live for now. We can check the different paths this way, which I like. It reminds me a bit of Slay the Spire. I'd like to get to this shop to spend some coins to get the buff, so I'm gonna go right and then up to the shop. So let's jump into this one. And again, just because it might happen a bit too quickly to talk through, I'm going to get into combat. I'm going to use Astra Yao's special, which dashes her forwards and switches her into... Oh, this is a good idea, actually. We can do it on this target dummy. Let's try that again. So, oops, we're locked into Astra's state. Let's try and get out of that. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be jumping into combat with Astra Yao's special, which looks like this. And it lets us switch to User, where we can start whacking people with our umbrella. But the big thing with User, and it's super helpful, but we won't be able to trigger it against this robot, is when you hold her special, she goes into like an invulnerable, like a kind of parry state, so you can use it to block attacks and also switch to your third agent like this. Boom. And here we are with Alice, where we will be building up the blade etiquette bar you can see in the top left. And when it's full, we can hold left click, boom, to do some huge damage there with the assault. Pretty straightforward. We'll see how it works against a real enemy though. Let's jump into this combat resonium. So we want to start with Astra Yao to get the buffs going. Oh, you know what? I forgot that in the first couple of kind of zones, the enemies will be pretty low HP because of one of the buffs that I have going on. So the first couple of zones won't be too difficult. Let's see. This one looks perfect. When stunning or inflicting attribute anomaly on an enemy, all squad members' crit rate and anomaly proficiency are increased. Perfect. Grab that. We want to go right again so we can jump into the store. So let's go in there. Let's jump in. Get Astra Yao here. Pop. Oh, we also have our plug boo up and running. I can press R to trigger that. I'll want to do that because it puts me into the dexterity state, which gives me some extra attack. Okay, let's see. Ultimate damage is increased. Agents take less damage. The active character's energy generation rate and decibel generation rate increases. I think I'll grab that one. Will help us get our ults and our skills off quicker. And we can head to the store, see what's on sale. Okay, what have we got here? I'm gonna grab this supply mini cargo truck. It gives us some extra coins, and let's see. So we can buy one of these Prime Zero items. Only one Prime Zero item can be bought per round with no refreshes. When stunning or inflicting disorder, 3 to 6 times from the front 6 buffs. Cool. Yeah, so whenever we inflict a disorder, we will get a random selection of good buffs. Let me grab that. It is almost half price, so I'll pick that up. And we have 1,100 gear coins left to spend. We have a couple of ultimate buffs, a general one. Mobile one, when tag assist hits enemies, restores HP. We do have one of these already, and I think when we have 3, they like resonate and buff our gear here. So I think I'll grab that one, and we'll leave the store there and jump into this encounter. Cool. Who do we have here? We have a scholarly man. Let's see. Young one. I can tell at a glance you're meticulous. Your future is boundless, and you'll surely become the top Bangbu trainer. That's why your current training is of utmost importance. Come, I'll teach you the power of adversity. So we can get some adversity resonium. Special attack and X special attack deal increased damage. When a skill hits an enemy, the agent recovers HP. Or when losing HP, the agent's attack is increased. When recovering HP, the agent's anomaly build-up rate is increased. While I like the sound of the anomaly build-up rate, at the moment we don't have any way of kind of artificially lowering and increasing our HP. So I think I'll grab this dual injection needle, which just gives us some easy to access buffs. And we can jump into the combat crisis on the road. This is like a kind of mini boss of the zone, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But we should be able to get a better view of how the teams work. So I like using user like that because you can wait until the enemy is about to attack, and then use her skill to block it, and also swap into Alice. We'll use her ult here. This boss is a little bit tough to fight because they go into like this corrupted state where they can't get stunned. Oops. They can't get stunned, and they also take less damage. Okay, we're up with full blade assault there. Blade etiquette, so I can swap into that. And I think they're going to go down pretty quickly once we break through their defense. Oh. That was pretty good. But I did pop the blade etiquette, the empowered basic attack, too quickly on Alice. I glanced up at the bars and it looked like it was full, but I think it was like 95%. Anyway, after beating that boss, we get to pick a nice piece of gear for one of our characters. We get to pick between 2 here for user. Either secret technique, something. It cuts off and I don't think I can see the full name. Umbrella, I guess. Umbrella Smash, maybe. or Tanukis abound. The umbrella one, after dodge counter, quick assist, assist follow-up, or the 5th hit of a basic attack, press the attack button to make user perform umbrella smash. When this attack lands a heavy attack on enemies affected by Sweet Scare, it unleashes one basic attack, Sugar Boost, Sparkles max attack, and increases their attack and anomaly build-up rate. Or Tanukis abound. When user uses perfect assist or launches a chain attack, the whole squad gains energy and decibels. When she lands a heavy attack on the enemy with assist follow-up, the whole squad's damage increases. It also triggers the quick assist of the previous character. This quick assist is upgraded to a chain attack. This Tanukis Abound one looks really good. The other one looks like maybe we'll need user to be on the field for a bit longer, but we want to kind of save a lot of the field time for Alice to build up her blade etiquette, so I'm going to grab this Tanukis Abound one instead. And we get to pick a Resonium, so we have an ultimate one here. This one says when an X special attack hits an enemy, the agent gains a shield, and while the shield is in effect, the agent deals increased damage. Or a general one, when dodging, perfect dodge is easier to trigger and dodge counter damage is increased. I think that could be pretty good. We do want to be doing a lot of dodge counters with Alice when she's on the field, so I'm going to grab that. And we'll jump into the next section here. Okay. So we'll have an area where we can rest and recover some HP. We didn't take too much damage, but I'm going to grab that. And here's our teammates hanging around, which is nice to see. This person on the left, Marlene, we could use to like re-roll the map if we wanted to, but I mean it looks fine to me. I'm not too precious about that. However, Ophelia on the right lets us pick up some more gear. Why don't we pick up some more for Alice? The Duelist's Etiquette. Oh, they're both, of course, they're both upgrades to the Duelist's Etiquette gear. Path Alpha or Path Beta. The Alpha path is when assault is triggered, Alice's damage increases and this effect can stack. And the Beta path is when Alice triggers assault, all squad members' anomaly build-up rate increases. I think we'll grab the anomaly build-up rate. That sounds pretty good. And now we can pick our next path. Okay, so we're only at 1,000 gear coins. So heading left doesn't seem like a good idea. We won't be able to buy much in the store. So I think we'll head right and then right again to get this encounter. And then I'm not sure at that point. I think we'll get there and decide what to do at that point. So we'll take a quick right here and jump into combat, starting with Astriel. We got some nice timing there with the user's swap in. We managed to get a counter at the same time. Perfect. Made quick work of those guys. Let's see, we can pick up a Rosonium here. When attacked, if the agent's HP is below 25%, a shield is immediately triggered. Ideally, we're not going to be below 25% HP, so maybe not that one. Increases the duration that enemies are stunned for, or increases the days inflicted by X special attack. I like this one. 3 glass marbles to increase the duration that enemies are stunned for. We're going to take another right here. See what this encounter has in store for us. Anything else to pick up? Something kind of weird over here. Just an odd shimmer. We'll pick up this mini cargo truck and we have another scholarly man here. Says the same stuff about our current training being of utmost importance. So this is the prism we get for... It was the one we picked at the beginning, where if we spent enough gear coins we got it. When a heavy attack from assist follow-up hits an enemy, the whole squad's anomaly proficiency and anomaly build-up rate increase. Or, when a heavy attack from assist follow-up hits an enemy, the whole squad's crit rate and crit damage increase. The anomaly proficiency and anomaly build-up is what we're going for here with Alice, so we'll pick that. And here's our Resonium from the Scholarly Man. Both of these require us to lose HP. Which ideally we don't want to do, but this one says when losing HP, the agent's damage dealt, crit rate and anti-interrupt level are increased. Sounds pretty good to me, so we'll pick that. And this is where we had to make another decision. I still don't think we have enough gear coins to warrant going to the store, so I think we'll head right and then follow that path around. This is a harvest challenge where I think we need to where I think we need to defeat as many people as possible within the time limit. Yeah, here we go. So let's see how many we can clean up here. I'm gonna pop the plug boo, bang boo to get the dexterity state bonus. And we have 3 stacks of blade etiquette, so I can pop that. Perfect. We managed to clear them all, I think. So we get some more gear. This one, the nice green section at the beginning looks good. Increases days inflicted and anomaly proficiency of all squad members. Not even gonna read the rest. That looks perfect. Next up, we have an ultimate buff. A dexterity one. When triggering perfect dodge, the agent's anomaly build-up rate and impact are increased. That looks perfect. I'll grab that. And we'll jump in for a coin-based combat. Let's see. We have some gold and bamboo to take down. They're gonna drop a load of gear coins for us. And we have our blade etiquette built up, and we can dash across the map to kill those guys. Just a little bit more to do. Oh, that guy's still holding on. Perfect. And with all of them down, we got 2,000 gear coins. Not bad. Although we didn't take much damage, we can head into the rest and recuperation section, which is not too bad because I'm pretty sure we get the option of not healing, and instead we can get like another Resonium. Yeah. So we'll grab that. We don't need the healing right now. Another ultimate buff here. Dodge counter damage and days is increased. I think if we get this one would be best. I'm not sure that we combine like 3 random ones to get a buff. I think they need to be 3 of a gear type that we have, because this little pop-up is showing. So I'll grab that one. Oh, 2. 2 does it, and we upgrade our dexterity talisman. Perfect. So next up we have the second mini-boss. Here we go. Crisis on the road. The first one wasn't too bad, so I'm hoping the second one is good too. I think I'll start with Astraya's ult. It gives us some slightly more powerful quick nice, but fills up her sweet scare points. This boss is transitioning into his second phase. Luckily I have 3 stacks of my blade etiquette passive, so I can trigger that pretty quickly. Unfortunately he did clear his days counter, but shouldn't be too much of an issue anyway. Oh, he's invulnerable. That's cheating. I'm pretty sure he was gonna get finished off with the anomaly attack that we had coming up. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll finish him off here, I think. Here we go. Boom. And we have a very nice snapshot to finish that fight on with Alice. Turned her back on the boss. Okay, so 2 more gear to pick. We have Shaman's Charm for Yuzuha, or Swift Blade Spin for Alice. Honestly, I think Yuzuha's one looks really good when she uses her special attack or ultimate. Her anomaly mastery increases, and she also reduces the enemy's defense and resistance on it. So that's going to help us. And none of these look too good. This one's A though. Tag assist will execute normal enemies and elite enemies with HP below 15%. Not bad. When triggered, the whole squad's attack increases. Okay, cool, we'll grab that. And that's the second mini boss down. We just have one more section to get through. Okay. Pick up our heal, pick up our extra gear, which is a buff to the Shaman's Charm we just picked up. When a heavy attack from basic attack hard candy shot hits an enemy, the whole squad's anomaly proficiency and attack increase. That one's really good. The hard candy shot is what Yuzuha fires off when she's off field, and when a team member attacks someone with the sweet scare state on, I think. So we'll grab that. And let's see. So we do have a nice amount of gear coins. We can head straight forward to this store. I'm thinking of just going all the way down the middle here. So store this challenge flawless, then an encounter, and then we're at the end. So we'll jump into this Bang Boost store to begin with. We have a mini cargo truck here. Let's see what they have for sale. Okay, so this one, anomaly stun. The agent recovers HP energy and gains additional decibels on stunning an enemy or inflicting disorder. Perfect, we'll grab that. Oh, we have a fusion here for our essence pill gear. And another one for our solvent launcher. Perfect. Love that. So this one is Face of Chaos and Anomalies. It says all squad members' attack is reduced, but when stunning or inflicting attribute anomaly on enemies, all squad members' crit damage and anomaly proficiency are increased. I think I'm going to go for that. We have an anomaly team here, of course. So that one looks pretty good. And how about this one? Oh, actually no, this one's not good for us. We don't do any aftershock damage. I think we'll do a quick refresh. See what else we have. Percentage. these are too good for us. We do get a store right at the end, so I'm going to save the rest of our gear coins. And we're jumping in for this flawless challenge, which will require us not to get launched. Should be not too bad. Oops. Swap around to Astriao here. Into user hub. And finally to Alice. Thankfully we're immune a lot of the time, so we don't need to worry about getting launched that much. Managed to take them down. Here's another anomaly stun type Resonium. When an attack hits an enemy, the daze and anomaly build up. Dealt by the agent is increased. Perfect, we'll grab that. Oh, we have another one. Maybe this one. Tripartite battle spinner. Activating chain attack generates decibels. Sure. Grab that. And we are heading forwards into this encounter. I'm pretty sure it's just one path now, so we won't have any options. We have a mini cargo truck to pick up, and there's a couple of raiders next to Mr. Vulture. You're not the contact I was waiting for. Never mind, just don't mention you saw me, okay? Public security still has a bounty on me. I found a little something nearby, just think of it as hush money. And we can pick one of these cards. The Great Monopoly. When obtaining gear coins, there is a chance of gaining extra gear coins. But there's also a chance of reducing the number of gear coins received on this occasion to 1. Or generous bonuses increases the amount of gear coins you obtain. Why don't we go big or go pick up the Great Monopoly? I also love how these cards, like in the little images, look just like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We'll grab that. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Vulture. And we have an option here. We can either go for rest and recuperation or another encounter. I think I like another encounter. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. Savage Hollow Raider. Who are you? Considering it's your first time, I'll let you off this time. Take this, go find another path far away from here. Scram, and don't let me see you again. Okay, cool. We can either get a one random dexterity Resonium, or enter combat and obtain 2 Resonia of the corresponding type upon victory. Ooh, I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try and get the 2 Resonia by defeating this guy. I'll get to use this guy might be a little tough, but I'm sure we can. Oh my god, he did half of my HP in damage. I'll just try not to get hit anymore. He's taken a lot of anomaly damage so far, so I think we'll be okay. Oh, sometimes I forget that when the oh, there we go. When the red cross pops up. Sure, we'll grab that. Combine all 4 into a level 3 dexterity talisman. Perfect. And another one here. Great. Yeah, sometimes I forget that when the red cross pops up, you can't swap onto another agent to block it. You have to do a dodge. Yeah. So I need to be paying more attention to that. But we'll speak to this Bangbu here so we can buy. We have 2,000 coins to spend. Additional damage dealt to the target. Oh, Sure, why don't we grab this one? When an ultimate hits an enemy, additional damage is dealt to the target. We have a load of energy boosting Resonia, so we should get our ults up pretty quickly. And this one, it's an anomaly stun type, so we'll grab that. And we get a fusion for our anomaly gear. We have 600 coins left to spend. If we did a reroll, we wouldn't be able to afford anything. So I think we'll grab, how about this one? Tag assist reduces defense upon hitting an enemy. Great. So, we're up against the final boss next. And I think they shouldn't be too bad. They shouldn't be too bad. They might take a little while because they have like one of those corrupted phases that we need to break through. Which makes it just a little bit more difficult to take them down in a speedy amount of time. But we'll just play it like normal. Building up our blade etiquette stacks. And then popping our big assault attack. Oh. Not too bad so far. Okay, so they're half HP. I think they might trigger their like a corrupted state soon. I think this is it. We're just gonna try and get through it as quickly as possible. They have some pretty rapid attacks while they're in this state. Ow. Boom. Oh, need to dodge these. Great. They are almost out. They get purified when we break that red bar. They take a big chunk of damage and daze. Great. They're very nearly down. We've got them stunned. They are on the ropes. There we go. There we go. There we go. It was a little bit frantic, but we did manage to take them down pretty quickly. Whoa. I was kinda bugging out. But with that, we have finished the weekly Hollow Zero. We do get some rewards, like some tapes for any pulls if we wanted to do them. There we go, we'll claim all of those. We get 5 boopons, which are for the boo bang pulls. These are nice. The Victoria housekeeping coupons let us like instantly complete a gear, a routine cleanup task which gets us gear, so we can get some really quick gear. We have 1 master tape which is a standard pull and 160 polychrome, which is for we use those for the special pulls. Some stuff to hand in though as well, so we'll grab those. Get rid of all of these new pop-ups and all of the exclamation marks. This is for picking up various bits of gear and Resonia and stuff. Yeah, we'll grab that too. Grab that too. See if we can get rid of these new marks. There we go. What else? We have the task force mission, which is for using Alice and User. So we'll grab those. It's definitely worth it to do this every week. And finally, we have like an overall progress section. 3 more boopons and some more polychrome. Very nice, very nice. That's everything we're grabbing there, though. Otherwise, I think we'll drop our single pull. Oh, we have 9. If only I had another one. Can I get it from the Bang Bug Exchange? I wonder. I can. We'll do a 10 pull for the Boubons. We'll go for Miss Esme. These have slightly better chances of the agents. Well, quite a bit better chances. So we'll do a 10 pull there. See if we get a couple of A rank boo bangs, but unfortunately not Miss Esme. And we'll do just our one single standard pull with 30 off of the S rank guarantee, so I'm not expecting anything. Yeah. And otherwise I'm going to be saving the rest of my pulls here. So I won't drop them on Alice or Yanagi. And that brings us to the end. Brings us to the end of today's Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero video. I really hope that you enjoyed this one. It's kind of like the first like combat related and like build related Zenless Zone Zero video I've done. I've only done 3, I'm pretty sure. The last one was this summer event where we did a bunch of mini games and just chatted. So this one was fun to do.